feeling stronger every day. You can make something from that. It's make your own scrap day. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Let's see. Nooks. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Mjut when you were a kid.
Andro?
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Bet you can see clearly now.
Oh,
You're just afraid it'll burn you to ash and you'll blow away. You should be.
Asks how many paths, so happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Andro?
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too. They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Mjut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Mjut Meadow. The Mjut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Mjut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater. It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. Could be easy to get lost down here. You found the Mjut meadow. Watch out for the Mjut. Right in the face. Right where it cuts. The day almost makes you want to smile. Stand against that. Now that She says the Mjut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Mjut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Mjut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. It was the mere sound of the hoof puff that started it. She's never seen it so upset. It just ran away before. It's a new day to you. Might as well enjoy it. Scrap's great for building things. Peddler. Came out on top. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Not opening for you. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Broke it down to the basics. A perfect fit. That'll come in handy. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Get the rhythm going well. One arm, then the other. Pumping good. Looking better. Seems like a peculiar item. What you do here matters to you and the world. Keep hold of that. Don't overstep. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is. Coming up on day end. That's more than stuck. You need to flick the switches in order to process power through the panel. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. The mountains are so tall, peaked. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Mjut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Mjut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the... It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mount to safen up your ride. The tribes you need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mjut. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Nocco. Now that the Mjut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Mjut is ready to ride. Nocco's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. She's noticed the front teeth seem to be a little loose, so you might be able to pull them out with the pull hook. Where are the control sticks on this thing? Well placed. Don't know what that e-waste was. Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it. You found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. Claims he wasn't trying to sell you anything. Now, says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So, why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Claims you both walk in different types of darkness, but you guide yourself by the same light. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Hey, a mount has no gears to grind. Tapped hard. Puncture punch. E-waste, the stuff you need. Oh, e-waste, hard to find. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. There's not much left of what we used to call our world. Glittermoth Cave is right here. Listen to all that night noise. This place is called Bright Light. Mito lives close by. Mito, his goal in this dying world is to be like a flame fly, burning to light the way for others, and therefore he still makes lamps. You look like you're in need of a special get-through-the-night lamp, but to make something like that, he'd need a flame fly. Says that's the kind of attitude that spreads light everywhere.
Everything's so bright!
I mean, sure, if you like that sort of thing.
Just close your eyes if reality's too much for you.
You're too much for me.
Only because you're not used to watching a winner!
That's enough glitter moths to make her plan work. She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time. She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains. So, based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest root that's hidden beneath the surf. It reminds her of the gnotes, and like them, it's hoofed. They're just a lot bigger. Treat it fair time and the Mount will return the favor.